For decades, building serious wealth was a game seemingly rigged for Wall Street insiders. It required a massive salary and a team of expensive advisors, locking most people out. But that entire system is being dismantled. A new wave of AI startups is taking a sledgehammer to those old walls, making smart, strategic investing accessible to everyone. This is a look at the exact platforms turning regular people into savvy investors without the need for a six-figure salary. The narrative, the why. The old way of investing was designed to be intimidating. It was a world of jargon, inscrutable charts, and minimum investments that were more than most people's annual salaries. Professional help came with high fees, creating a paradox. One needed to already have money just to get help managing money. This system left millions on the sidelines, fearing they were missing out on the single greatest wealth-building machine in history, the stock market. The desire to invest was there, but the how was a black box. This is where the story changes. Artificial intelligence is stepping in as the great equalizer. Global investment in AI has exploded, with hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into the space, signaling a massive transformation, with a huge piece of that revolution happening in finance. But this AI isn't some sci-fi robot making cold, calculated moves. Think of it more like a financial Swiss Army knife. These new platforms use AI for one simple reason: to do things that were physically impossible for human advisors to do at scale and for a low cost. First, there's the rise of robo-advisors. These are automated platforms that use AI to build and manage a personalized investment portfolio. They gather information about age, goals, and risk comfort, then do all the heavy lifting. The second trend is AI-powered insights. These tools scan mountains of data in seconds: news articles, social media, financial reports, even job postings, to find opportunities a human analyst might miss in a lifetime. It's equivalent to having a team of thousands of researchers working 24/7. And the third, which may be the most important for getting started, is the combination of fractional and micro-investing. AI-driven apps now allow for the purchase of tiny slices of even the most expensive stocks for just a few dollars. They can also automate investing spare change, turning a daily coffee habit into a growing portfolio without the user even noticing. Together, these trends are creating a whole new financial world, one where sophisticated tools aren't reserved for the ultra-rich, where automation handles the complex work, and where the barriers to entry have been completely obliterated. This isn't just about making things easier, it's about making them fairer. The list, the what. Now that the how of AI's game-changing role is clear, let's look at the what. Here are 5 of the most powerful AI startups putting the tools of Wall Street into the hands of everyone else. First up, a true pioneer in this space, Betterment. Betterment was one of the first and is still one of the biggest automated investment platforms out there. Its core function is to be the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it solution. A user signs up, answers simple questions about their goals, like retirement or a down payment, and their timeline. Then, its AI gets to work. The AI magic in Betterment uses modern portfolio theory to build a globally diversified portfolio of low-cost funds. But it doesn't stop there. The AI constantly monitors the portfolio and performs automatic rebalancing. This means if stocks have a great month and a portfolio becomes too risky for a user's comfort level, the AI automatically sells a little and buys some bonds to get it back on track. It's like having a super diligent manager making tiny adjustments, all without the user lifting a finger. Another powerful feature is its automated tax loss harvesting, which intelligently sells investments at a loss to help lower the user's tax bill. So, who is Betterment for? It's perfect for the hands-off investor, the busy professional, the parent, anyone who knows they need to invest but doesn't have the time or desire to spend hours researching stocks. It's for the person who wants to automate good financial habits and trust that a smart system is handling the details. With no account minimum, starting with just a few dollars is possible. Next up is a direct competitor, but with a few key differences: Wealthfront. Like Betterment, Wealthfront is a top-tier robo-advisor that builds and manages a portfolio. But Wealthfront has leaned even harder into using AI for optimization, especially when it comes to taxes. The AI magic here is like tax loss harvesting on steroids. Wealthfront's system scans a portfolio daily for chances to sell investments that have dipped. When it finds one, it sells to harvest that loss, which can be used to offset gains and even up to $3,000 of regular income on taxes. Then, to keep the portfolio on track, the AI immediately buys a similar fund to maintain market exposure. This used to be a complicated strategy only the very wealthy could pay their accountants to do. Wealthfront's AI does it automatically every single day. So, who is Wealthfront for? It's for the optimization-focused investor, the person who doesn't just want to automate, but wants to squeeze every last drop of efficiency out of their portfolio. For anyone who finds the idea of using AI to potentially lower their tax bill appealing, Wealthfront is an incredibly powerful option. It takes a high-end strategy and completely democratizes it. Quick pause. If you're getting value out of this breakdown of how AI is unlocking new ways to build wealth, consider hitting that subscribe button. Deep dives on this kind of material are released every week, and you won't want to miss what's coming next as this tech continues to evolve at lightning speed. Okay, back to it. The first two platforms were about automating a portfolio. But what if you want to be more active? What if you want to find the next big thing yourself, but just need better tools? That brings us to our third startup, Alt-Index. This platform represents the next level of AI for regular investors, AI-powered insights. Alt-Index is not a robo-advisor. It's a research tool that gives an information edge that used to be exclusive to hedge funds. Here's the AI magic. Alt-Index is built on alternative data. While traditional investors look at revenue and profit, Alt-Index's AI scans the internet for unconventional signals. It tracks social media sentiment, spikes in website traffic, employee job postings, and even customer satisfaction reviews. It then mashes all this data together with traditional financial metrics into a single AI score from 0 to 100, which predicts a stock's potential over the next few months. Instead of just guessing if a company's hype is real, there's an AI to quantify it. Who is this for? Alt-Index is for the modern, curious investor, the person who hears about a stock and wants to validate it beyond just a gut feeling. It's for the data-driven person who wants to find companies with momentum that doesn't show up in a quarterly report. It empowers users to make their own calls, but with a layer of AI intelligence that was previously out of reach. Now, let's switch gears to effortless habit building. Our fourth startup is Acorns. Acorns pioneered the idea of micro-investing. Its whole philosophy is that from small acorns, mighty oaks can grow. It's designed for people who think they don't have enough money to start investing. The AI magic behind Acorns is its Roundups feature. A user links their card, and every time they make a purchase, Acorns rounds it up to the nearest dollar and invests the spare change. A coffee for $3.65? Acorns invests the other 35 cents. It sounds small, but it adds up incredibly fast. The AI takes this spare change and, like a robo-advisor, invests it into a diversified portfolio that matches the user's risk level. A portfolio is built without the user feeling it in their budget. Who is Acorns for? It's for the absolute beginner, the college student, the recent grad, or anyone who is intimidated by the idea of setting aside a big chunk of money. Acorns removes the biggest psychological barrier to getting started, the feeling of not having enough. It proves wealth can be built with just pennies at a time. Finally, our fifth startup combines the accessibility of micro-investing with personal choice. This is Stash. Stash's whole mission is to give people the power to invest in what they know and believe in, starting with as little as $5. The AI magic in Stash is twofold. First, it champions fractional shares. There's no need for thousands of dollars to buy a stock like Amazon. A small slice can be bought for just a few bucks. Second, Stash uses AI to give personalized recommendations. Its Money Coach AI helps discover investments that align with a user's values, grouping stocks into themes like clean and green or do the right thing. It helps build a portfolio one can actually feel a connection to. Who is Stash for? Stash is for the conscious investor and the empowered beginner. It's for someone who wants to start small but also wants a say in where their money goes. Following a recent massive funding round, Stash is doubling down on its AI to make this kind of personalized guidance even more powerful. The risks and what to watch out for. Now, it would be irresponsible not to talk about the risks. These tools are not a magic crystal ball. First, there's trust. These AI models are trained on historical data, which means they can inherit human biases, like chasing hot stocks. A study from the University of St. Gallen found some AI models can even suggest riskier portfolios. Always remember, the AI is a tool, not a fortune teller. Second, be incredibly wary of scams. As AI in finance grows, so do the fake websites and apps promising guaranteed high returns. Stick to well-known regulated platforms like the ones discussed. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. There are no shortcuts, even with AI. Finally, understand the limitations. While companies like Betterment and Wealthfront are fiduciaries, meaning they have a legal duty to act in their client's best interest, the AI itself is not a sworn advisor. It's crucial to use these platforms as a powerful resource, but not the only resource. Don't rely solely on AI for huge life decisions. Personal judgment is still vital. So, to bring it all together, what is happening is a fundamental shift. We've seen how robo-advisors like Betterment and Wealthfront act as personal automated portfolio managers. We've seen how insight engines like Alt-Index provide the research power of a hedge fund. And we've seen how platforms like Acorns and Stash make it possible to build wealth with spare change. Collectively, these startups represent a new era of financial inclusion. The old walls of Wall Street haven't just been cracked, they've been torn down. The tools once reserved for the 1% are now available to the 99%. What are your thoughts? Is AI the future of investing for everyone? Drop a comment below with the AI tools being used, or if skepticism remains. For a future video on how to spot a sophisticated AI investment scam, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. The power to build a financial future is no longer locked away in a Wall Street vault. It's accessible and getting smarter every day. The question is no longer if becoming a savvy investor is possible. The only question is when to start.